Hello, families and students. We are wrapping up Unit 2 very shortly here. Students have been working really hard on ratios and rates. I just want to point out that if they go to their student.desmos.com, which is, we use this every day, so students should be able to access this. They will see all of the assignments that we have been doing in class. So we've been doing a lot of practice starting with October 10th. Any of those Desmos from October 10th, most importantly, some of these that just say rates and ratio practice or rates review. This was actually a fun one because some of the students in class created questions for us, and then solving rate problems. Those are really good ones. I'm going to pull this one up here, rates and ratios practice. If the students are having a little trouble, they can go through and do some of these practice problems. All of these practice problems we have gone over in class. Students have had time in class to work. So if you go in with your student and it's blank, that means either they didn't come to class or they came to class and they didn't do the work with us. So we do go over these, we work them out. Students are allowed to use a calculator for this unit. The focus of this unit is more on the thought process of how to find unit rate, not necessarily the math. Okay, so we're looking at students can use a calculator to help them divide these numbers and multiply these numbers, like 4 divided by 3 and 9 divided by 8. So please don't be upset if your student is using a calculator. They will have a calculator on the test, so it's good practice for them to use it. Now, I do want to also point out that we have done several things in our notes. So if your student is having a little trouble with how to solve these problems, make sure that they check their notes. So we have 2 pages of notes that go over unit rate. And when we're looking at unit rate, when it comes to buying things, we have a total dollar amount that we're going to divide by the number of items we have. So we know if 3 bags of oranges cost $4, we want to find out how much 1 bag would cost. So we're going to divide the total cost by the number of items, and that will give us the unit rate. And if we're trying to compare which is the better deal, we need to find the unit rate for each one. So we would do $4 divided by 3, and we can see that each one of the bags of oranges would cost $1.33. So sometimes kids get a little confused by the repeating decimals. Again, we will be doing that in an upcoming unit. So for this unit, we really just help them understand that our money system is just dimes and pennies. So they can say $1.33. And then the next one says $9 divided by 8 pounds. And we can see that that would be $1.12. And again, we will get into how to round these and what this third decimal place means, but essentially just for this, they can leave it as $1.12. I've been telling them that we use dimes and pennies. That is our monetary system. So we have $9 divided by 8, and that will give me a unit rate of $1.12 per pound, which is for 1 pound. And then the same thing here, per pound. Okay, now from there the students can compare and they can see that this is the better deal because you're paying less money per pound. So the second one is the better deal. Okay, so this is kind of what we've been working on. The other thing we've been working on is not necessarily money, but also speed. So there is a part in our notes that talks a little bit about constant speed. We put this in our notes today. And we also talked about it at the very beginning as well, when we talked about how much movie tickets cost, if there's 6 people, how to find that, as well as miles per hour. So we did a lot of this at the beginning of the unit. So we do have several pages of notes to help them with this concept. Okay, so here we have 208 words in 4 minutes. So again, just like our money, we're starting with the total. So instead of it being money, we're looking at total words. So I can do 208 total words in 4 minutes. How many words can I do in 1 minute? So I can do 208, which is my total, divided by 4 minutes, my time, and that will give me 52 words per minute. That's my unit rate. And then I can do Noah's, and I can see Noah's is 342 divided by 6. He can do 342 words in 6 minutes. So to find his unit rate, we can just divide total divided by the number of minutes that he has, that he's been timing himself. And we can see that Noah can actually type more words per minute. Now, this is where the kids get confused because with money, you're looking for the cheaper deal, right? But when it comes to speed, he can do more words per minute. 57 is more words per minute than 52. So Noah is faster. Okay, Noah is getting more words per minute. All right, so again, we have a few examples of these in our notes. We have these great Desmos, and again, I would highly recommend this one that says rates and ratios practice. If your student can do the problems in this Desmos as well as the one that we just did today in class, they will be fine on the test.